So welcome everyone on April 27th. It is a Monday here in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Marisa Maggio-Harelson, and we just want to thank you so much and welcome you to the wonderful world of Zoom and the wonderful world of LifeVantage. I've been a part of LifeVantage for 8 years. I can't even believe I'm saying that. By overhearing a conversation at a yoga studio 8 years ago. I'll tell you a little bit more about my story. I have a very special guest on this call with me tonight, Isa Dinerman in Prescott, Arizona. She's also going to be sharing why she's doing LifeVantage, why this is so important to her, she's an esthetician as well, and a mom. So I'll tell you more about my story. But Isa, before we get started, thank you so much for seeing this and saying yes a couple years ago to LifeVantage and changing so many people's lives and enhancing so many people's lives, and why LifeVantage for you.
Oh, thank you, Marisa. I'm all about increasing our health span, which is what our company is about. Increasing health span, helping people to be healthier for the years that we have here, and not just about extending our lives when we're not well. And, so from a health perspective, and then also from an entrepreneur, I love that, creating a global business from my smartphone has been phenomenal. And just the people that you meet, connecting, and people are looking, people are searching, and just being a light for people.
Absolutely. Thank you, Isa. We'll hear more from you during this presentation. I wasn't looking for LifeVantage when LifeVantage found me, but it was up to me whether to say yes to LifeVantage. And that's exactly what I did. I said yes. I watched an ABC primetime investigative report that John Quinones did on our flagship product back in 2005. I watched that report back in 2012, 7 years later, and I was blown away when I saw the compelling science behind it. And I couldn't get this product in my body fast enough. And you're going to see why we're so excited and why so many medical professionals are actually getting involved with our company. We have about, I think, well over 1,000 open system preferences. What? To grant access. I have no idea why it's just asking me to do that just now. I'm wanting to share screen. I've never seen it do that. So hang on. Let's see if allow Zoom to share your screen. Okay, open system preferences. I don't know why it's doing this because I've been doing Zooms. Hold on. Oh, the wonderful world of technology. Allow. Okay, I'm going to hit yes. Zoom will not be able to record the contents of your screen until it is quit. Okay. I have no idea. We may just be doing this PowerPoint without a PowerPoint, which is just fine with me because I could talk about this product all day long. Let's see if it's going to let me share it. Okay. One more time. Is it doing it now? Okay. I have no idea why it did what it did. Okay. Zoom is, the wonderful world of Zoom is changing just like Facebook is changing every day. So I'm just going to share with you a little bit. I wasn't looking, as I mentioned, for LifeVantage. I'm a former TV news reporter and anchor, and that's what I did for many, many years up until my kids were really small. And it was really hard to have that lifestyle anymore. They own your time, they own your holidays. And I'd waited a long time in my life to be a mom. And so I wanted to be home. So I had a little PR and marketing company from home, and I would just have a client or two at a time and make a little bit of money monthly. It really was difficult financially. My husband has a good job, but when you go from 2 full-time incomes that are pretty, significant to one, it does change the way you live your life. And I wasn't looking, as I mentioned, my mom had passed away about 8 months prior to me learning about LifeVantage. I overheard this conversation at yoga. I was really diving deep into my yoga teaching and practice because that's where I found comfort and healing during this difficult time of my life. And so when I overheard another teacher talking about this, and I said, "What are you talking about?" And she pointed to one of my students, and that student, it gave me that ABC link. So we'll talk a little bit more about it. So we just welcome you. Thank the person that invited you to learn about LifeVantage. 90% of our company is customer based. So, you may find interest in being a customer. You may find interest in being a customer, but also wanting to share it. So if you want to share it, there's some components that you need to know about. First of all, we have compelling science. We have products that are not Me Too products. These are, we're talking about activating the body. We'll talk more about that. You want to have a great system for compensation, right? Well, I think we've been deemed as one of the very best in the direct marketing, direct sales marketing profession. Timing couldn't be better. The systems in place, I've watched this company grow from its infancy and seeing where we are today. I can't wait to share with you some of those milestones that have happened. And then we have a system for success. You don't do this alone, and anybody that has heart and good work ethic can do this if they find themselves, you know, really Rolodexing people in their lives and saying, I want to share this with so-and-so, and then beyond. It's people you know, love, care about, and then, you know, being a professional connector. So we're going to start first with the science of our products, and I'm going to turn it right over actually to Isa Dinerman, who I mentioned is in Prescott, Arizona. I met Isa when she owned a beautiful organic skincare boutique in Prescott. My daughter and I went in there, and we had just come out with one of our product lines for skin. She'll talk more about that later. So that's how we met, and it was 4 years later that it was her time to join LifeVantage. But she's going to give us a little bit of history of our company and then her story, and then I'll finish sharing my story and the timing of our company. Thanks, Isa.
Thank you, Marisa. Thank you. So LifeVantage, this incredible science, everyone, began in a lab with a single question. And that question was, do we have to simply accept what we're given or what we think our life is going to be, or declining health? Or do we have an opportunity to really change that and biohack it? So we first discovered our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. We have miracle bodies, and they want to thrive, but often we're overloaded with toxic burden. So we'll tell you more about that. And our company was formed after that ABC investigative report aired that Marisa is referenced. And we're going to, the person who invited you can share that with you. And it's really important because it's an important part of where we began, and to see why you're hearing about this now on a Zoom. But a brief history is, after that ABC aired, that product, our flagship product that was highlighted in that, was sold on store shelves since 2003. And the company got a flurry of orders and fulfilled those over an about 8-month period. It took time to get this product on the shelves because they were not expecting what was going to happen. Customers wanted this in them immediately. And customers weren't the only ones. Major universities and institutions also wanted to start studying this. And we now have 26 peer-reviewed studies on PubMed.gov, which we'll tell you a little bit more about. But this is all about activation, and as Dr. Silverman said, cellular upregulation. And so there are 3 theories of aging that our company addresses. These are our flagship activators. And the first one is oxidative stress. And that is like that browning of an apple, the rusting of an engine, the bicycle that you leave out in the rain, day after day in the rain. They start to rust, and that's what happens to our cells as we age. And we all have oxidative stress, but many of us have higher levels of it from many of the factors that you see listed here. And we all know a lot about trying to minimize some of these, our exposure to these, but oxidative stress affects every major system of the body. And so this flagship product that was highlighted in that ABC is Protandim NRF2. And this is clinically proven to reduce oxidative stress 40% in 30 days and up to 70% with continued use. And it's a blend of 5 herbs that you see in the middle there. And you may say, well, none of them seem very, different. I've heard of all of these. However, it's the synergy that we'll tell you a little bit more about. It's the synergistic blend that makes each plant 1,800% more powerful than if you were taking it by itself. So as we said, this product clinically lowers oxidative stress 40% in 30 days, and it upregulates that detoxification process in our bodies, so combating free radical damage. So if we think about our diet, by no means is this a substitute for a healthy diet. We want to eat a diet rich in plants and fruits and vegetables, and but we have to eat 11 pounds of blueberries in a day to get that correct amount of antioxidants to combat what our body is producing and then what we're being bombarded with. So if we take 1 protandim pill a day. It's actually fighting free radicals 1 million to 1 per second. This is huge. So it's just exponential. And if you look at that graph down there, they couldn't decipher after being on protandim the blood of a 20-year-old to an 80-year-old. So this is phenomenal. And this speaks to the 25 journals where many of our studies have been published. And on the next slide, you'll see many of the major universities and institutions that started studying protandim after that ABC aired. And we're talking, you know, the American Heart Association, Harvard, Louisiana State University, Virginia Commonwealth. And the person that invited you can show you where all of these studies are housed. It's a website called pubmed.gov. It's part of the National Library of Medicine by the National Institute of Health. Washington State University actually called NRF2 activation possibly the most therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of health. And this is not speaking about our company or our product, but simply about this science. So you're going to be hearing more about this. And our company had the first NRF2 activator on the market with all of these studies backing it up. So that second theory of aging of the three that we're addressing is mitochondrial decline. And our mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It's what gives us our cellular energy, right? And so our protandim NRF1, which is a separate pathway in the body than the NRF2 pathway. NRF1 pathway specifically addresses healthy mitochondria, creating more of it. And it's a blend of 5 different herbs that you see in the middle there. And I mention this blend again because it's not that we are supplementing into the body. These are herbs that actually make your body flip a switch and turn on this pathway that we're addressing. And the benefit of this is increased cellular energy. Many people report better sleep quality, increased muscle tone, better workouts, several different things. And then the third theory of aging is sirtuins. And if you haven't heard that word before, but you have read or tried intermittent fasting or fasting cleanses, things like that, you've been experimenting with this. And so all of those processes upregulate sirtuins in the body. And sirtuins decline as we age, but they're integral, they're essential in our health. So this NAD synergizer that our company created is a blend of 4 herbs that are seen in the middle there. And if you haven't heard about NAD, I invite you to Google it. Look up Dr. David Sinclair from Harvard or the book Grow a New Body. There's several different publications that came out right around the time, coincidentally, that our product launched, and it was incredible validation. So this NAD synergizer activates the sirtuins in the body, which help with longevity, mental clarity and focus, concentration, increased mood and energy. And it also supports healthy cholesterol levels and healthy inflammation levels in the body. Pretty incredible. So that's our trifecta of our company. These are 3 activators, very unique, nothing like them. This is the tri-synergizer that Marisa just showed a photo of. So this speaks to the fact that our scientists said, well, gosh, we know what happens. We know what NRF2 and NRF1 synergizers do in the body, but let's see what happens when we add the NAD. And what they found is that it exponentially supercharged the efficacy of these other activators as well. If you just look, for example, at the that graph, the high bar there, 838%. So this is an increase in the major gene that is addressed with protandim NRF2 that addresses inflammation. And you can see what happened when they added the NAD to that. It just supercharged it. So we can get you more information on this graph. So those are our product pillars. Those are our activators. Those are what make LifeVantage different. And we're talking about activation versus supplementation. All of our products are non-GMO, no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners, have the highest level of production, which is the NSF stamp of approval, and the Banned Substance Control Group stamp of approval, which deems us legal for professional athletes and Olympians to use and and they can. So we have a few other products all based on, industry disrupting science. Our Vitality Stack has that NRF1 and NRF2 in it, and also ProBio and Omega, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in a moment. Axia, which is possibly one of my favorite products that we have. This is a powdered form of NRF2. It has the 5 plants in it that are in Protandim NRF2, plus B vitamins, L-theanine, DMAE, New Zealand pine bark. Again, no artificial flavors or sugars. And Axio is amazing for mental clarity and focus. And so this is actually addressing, I love to say, smart energy. Our company calls this. So it fits in that energy category, but it's your body creating the energy. It's not an artificial substance that's going in and giving you jitters and eventually going to crash. So amazing. So our ProBio, Dr. Silverman and I just did a mini science webinar on probiotics and prebiotics, and it's fascinating, the information that's out there. Our probiotic is revolutionary because it has BioTrack technology, which allows you to have 60% absorption of those 6 billion CFUs that are in this probiotic, and it releases according to the acidity of the gut. So we can get you more information on that. Our Omega Plus, we call it Omega Plus because it's your Omega 3s and 7s. Then it also has vitamin D3 in it, 800 IUs. And this, our fish oil, I never knew the importance of it. It's traceable boat to bottle. I knew that it was good for me, but now that I know about really what to research of what's in your fish oil, that's what you need to be mindful of. And so omega 3s and 7s are addressing heart health, our skin, our eyesight, our metabolism even. So incredible product, and those are in that Vitality Stack that we talked about in the beginning. We have a couple of products for weight management. We are not a weight loss company. We are about healthy lifestyle and activation. So we do have a very clean whey protein, a prebiotic, which is food for the probiotic. I love that. It's, I think Dr. Silverman said, your prebiotic isn't for you, it's for your probiotic. It's the food for the probiotic. And then a fat burn, which is not a diet pill. It's actually Mediterranean citrus plants that address the visceral fat that can form on the organs in the middle of the body, causing issues. And then True Science Skincare. When Marisa introduced this to me, all we had was the anti-aging cream, which is the last product there, the number 4. And I was, I owned a skincare shop. I had never heard of NRF2 activation. I had never heard of True Science. However, when I really started to look into this, I was blown away. This product, this cream, was formulated after 3 studies done by Louisiana State University on NRF2 activation and the skin. And the skin is the largest organ of the body. So incredible when you see, knowing that oxidative stress and our technology addresses oxidative stress internally, cellularly, and then you think about doing it topically as well. Absolutely incredible. All the studies on our skincare also were done on the completed product, which is huge in the skincare industry, not just on one ingredient in there. And so it's just a simple system. Our company has a couple of promotions right now for Mother's Day, which is right around the corner. So incredible opportunities to try this. So we also have a hair care, True Science Hair Care, and this is amazing as well. Along with the skincare, it's also on an app called Think Dirty, which addresses it rates the toxicity or carcinogens in your beauty products, your personal care products. Our products, our skin and our hair are in the green zone, 0 to 2, which means there's no toxins, no carcinogens, very clean, and also addressing the mitochondria of the follicle in that hair care. So the person that invited you can get you more information on that. And then lastly, Pet Tandem. I live in Prescott, Arizona, as we said, and Prescott Animal Hospital was actually part of a double-blind placebo study on 80 dogs where, I love this because this might be my favorite study because people were giving the human pill to dogs, cats, horses. We have a huge equine following and seeing phenomenal results. And our dogs age 7 times faster than we do. And animals don't know placebo. So, this is beautiful because prior to that study being finished or being completed, the final blood work being drawn on those dogs, they could tell which ones had had the product and which ones had not. So it's beautiful. And that is our complete product line. We went from one product, that Protandim NRF2 when that ABC aired, to now just about 20. But these are not Me Too products. They are each industry disrupting in their category, and all based on science. So 90% of LifeVantage is customer based, and you can get started in this, on these products with as simple as a bottle of Protandim NRF2. And then you can graduate up if you'd like to the stacks or the Tri-Synergizer that we were talking about. But if you are thinking after you're hearing this information of people that you might want to share this with, people that you might want to tell them about this, or people in your family, you may want to look at the packs. You also may want to look at a pack if you are thinking that this is an incredible opportunity right now for people who are looking for something, for a way to create a home-based business. So with these packs, the incredible thing is you do not have to build the business, but purchasing one of them, you're getting significant savings. The Platinum saves about 35%, the Gold 32%, 33%, and then that Silver 31%. Our company through the end of this month is offering $50 off each of those packs, which is a free distributor starter kit. And you could even get started just with that tonight, a free kit, and be in a business with some product, with a couple $100 worth of product. So we have an incredible website. If you have not checked out, the person who invited you can give you an affiliate site, but it's incredible. There's so much information, the links to the science studies on PubMed, product information, FAQs, videos, all of that. You can even send customers a shopping cart, which if they're interested in something, you can just send them a cart of what you might recommend, and then they can just follow up from there. So I heard about this. I'm going to turn this back over to Marisa, but as she said, I was introduced to LifeVantage about 6 years ago, and when Marisa came into my shop, I own two skincare shops, one in Prescott, one in Flagstaff, and I loved what I did. I loved, entrepreneurship. What I loved most about it, though, was the people. I loved making people feel good, and just being that place where, you're solving, people come in, they're telling you their needs, and you're just finding something that would fit them and having them be happy. So what I didn't love after I became a mom at about 42 was the hours of retail. The hours, and starting to see sales of many of my product lines going to online sales. A lot of local customers would come in, and if I didn't have what they wanted that day, and I'd say, I can order it for you and have it here in 4 days, they would say, it's okay, I'll buy it online and have it shipped to my home. So I started to see the world was changing. And we all know that now, if you are using Amazon or, many different companies like that, it's where the world is going. So I heard about this after I sold my stores. Marisa and I had kept in touch as friends, and I teach aerial yoga, and I'm teaching a retreat in Costa Rica, and I had a guest on my retreat who is a part of LifeVantage as well. And I overheard her having conversations with others in the yoga studio about oxidative stress, the ABC, Axio. She came to yoga wearing an Axio t-shirt. And I just thought, I have heard about this before, and this is crazy that 4 years later, it's in my periphery again. So I knew I really needed to take a look at it. And when I returned from Costa Rica, that's exactly what I did. Met with Marisa. She called Dr. Silverman. We all had a conversation. I remember that day, and it's been a part of my life since. So thank you, Marisa, for allowing me to share the science of our incredible products. And I'm so glad I was open to taking a look at this. Thank you.
I'm so glad you were open to, because I do feel like it's a moral responsibility to share it with people. Not everybody will get it, and that's okay. But I could not get this product in my body soon enough. I joined this company before I even got my products, because I was so excited when I saw the compelling science about it. And then I also saw a way that I could create my own leveraged income and be a CEO of my own life. I was kind of sick and tired of working for people anymore and being on this hamster wheel of life and just spending hours for dollars. And when was it going to stop? I didn't know to look anywhere else. I didn't grow up in an entrepreneurial family. I'll share a little bit more about that later. But what has happened over 8 years is a dream come true. And I'm helping other people all over the world do the same thing. And that's the key here, is you're only as successful as the people that you help. So in LifeVantage, if you see this, and I hope that you'll stay on, because even if it doesn't speak to you, maybe it speaks to someone you know that's looking for supplemental income, part-time or full-time income, or life-changing income. And so we pay weekly and monthly. And weekly is when someone joins your business. If you guys can mute yourself, that'd be great. Whoever just was jiggling around, thank you. So we pay weekly and we pay monthly, and it's up to 40% commission. And so this is what happens. Okay, somebody please mute yourself that just joined the call, okay? Because otherwise I have to unshare the screen and do all that. Thank you. Okay, and then I lose my track of thought. So thank you. Anyway, we pay weekly and we pay monthly. We can get into all of that, but seriously, how would somebody earn income? Without going into huge details, I want to share with you that you can earn up to 40% commission on any new customer's first time order. You can also earn up to 40% commission on any new distributor pack that someone joins. And that's a one-time, those distributor packs are a one-time purchase. So here's how you would get your return on investment and basically getting your products for free and getting ready to start a global virtual store from your home or anywhere in the world, as long as you have one of these, a phone or some kind of technology device. So let's say you come in on the platinum, which for me, if you're a serious entrepreneur, you want to come in on what gives you all of the product experiences. Even if you may not be a regular on, let's say, our beautiful physique protein powder, which I think is delicious. It's a vanilla taste. Then at least you've experienced it, so you have that experience and you can share that with people. There's enough in there to help you. You can even sell products out of your box and get people started right away. So anyway, so on the platinum is $400 thank you check the next Friday, and you do that 2 more times. You've now paid for your platinum pack, your products are free, and you're ready to build a multi-million-dollar business if you want, or maybe it's just to pay for your product. Because there's all kinds of options here. And that's what I love about LifeVantage, is that, if you're wanting to make $200 extra a month, you can do that. And that's pretty easy. I'm going to show you in just a moment. So here's, 40% commission on, let's say, just a bottle of Protandim, $16. On the Tri-Synergizer, it's a $40 commission check. I mean, that can change someone's life, especially right now when we see what's happening all over the world and how people are losing their jobs right and left. Typically, network marketing profession does extremely well during times of uncertainty, of economic uncertainty. And that's what's happened with this company. Even back in 2009, when the economy had crashed, this company had grown exponentially. So here's an opportunity to work anywhere in the world. And one day we'll be traveling again. I know we will. That you can also social share. We do attraction marketing on social media, where you're just providing value to people. We don't like to sell our products on social media and put it out there like that. That's not really what this is about. This is about helping people, finding out where people are at in their life and showing them that you have the options for them to just get better from a health standpoint, maybe be a customer. 90% of our company is customer based, which says a lot for what we have our hands on. So timing couldn't even be better. Hardly anyone knows about us. We are in 24 countries, getting ready to launch in 2 more in Asia, which is really exciting time. In the US and Canada, hardly anybody knows about us. Think about it, 7 billion people in the world, and we have about 75,000 distributors worldwide. Look at where people are spending money today. The health and wellness industry has had a 60% increase in the last 8 years. LifeVantage is at the forefront of this beautiful new predicted to be $1 trillion industry. The largest economic trend in world history is the health and wellness sector. And we are pioneering, we are pioneers of this beautiful science of today called Nutrigenomics. Biohacking our own biology. That's good. Taking control of your own biology through nutrition and naturally occurring compounds. We are activating. We are not supplementing. In fact, we have the only product in the world. One of those studies on PubMed is from the National Institute on Aging. It's a longevity study where they showed that mice lived longer on Protandim NRF2 by 7%, which equated to 5 more human years. There's not a substance in the world, natural, clinically proven to increase lifespan. except for Protandim and our F2 activator. Amazing. We have multiple patents to protect us for many, many years. The timing couldn't be better. As you can see here, if you go to PubMed, that's where Isa was talking about, pubmed.gov. That's the National Institutes of Health Medical Library. Type in oxidative stress and you get over 220,000 studies. Type in oxidative stress and any issue that you're concerned about. You are going to get studies on that. Type in Protandim and you're going to find over 26 clinical peer-reviewed studies. There's actually 31 and rising. All Protandim does, NRF2, is reduce that oxidative stress, which causes inflammation, and that's what causes issues in our tissues. So this just blew me away. You can also go to Scholar Google and do research on that as well. So we're flipping the switch of our DNA, which is allowing us to feel better and do more. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about what LifeVantage, how we have grown over the years. This has been so fun. Our CEO, Darren Jensen, phenomenal man, left another company that he took to almost $1 billion a year company to come to this little $200 million a year company and to help us because he saw what we have and he knows that he's going to get us there. And I'll tell you, we're growing like crazy thanks to him. And I still hear somebody ching-chonging something in their kitchen or whatever. So please just mute your microphone. Also, we've further expanded into Spain, which is just absolutely beautiful. Third year in a row to be voted in Utah as the best places to work. Also, we've launched in Ireland, so we're really expanding that European blueprint. Erin Brockovich, I bet many of you know who she is. She is the health advocate, one of the top in the world, and won one of the largest lawsuits. I think it was the largest lawsuit, class action lawsuit in U.S. history against Pacific Gas and Electric on behalf of a community. So she's amazing and doesn't take anything lightly. For her to join our board of directors is just shows you what is exactly happening with our company and how everyone is noticing. We've also, as Isa mentioned, our hair care system and our Vitality Stack won International Business Award. We've also opened up in Belgium. And for those of you that follow the stock market, you know what the Russell 3000 index is. That's quite an honor to have been added to the Russell 3000 index as well. We've just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. Everything is aligning to take this company to what we call momentum, which we're not quite there yet, but you want to be kissing momentum so you can ride this beautiful wave of momentum. We've had our largest fourth fiscal quarter, which was amazing in the financial world as well. And we launched Protandim NAD that Isa was telling you about, this NAD molecule. Without it, we're dead in 30 seconds. So we are activating this molecule 100% in 24 hours. And we've opened up in New Zealand. Who do you know in New Zealand? Or who do you know that they know somebody in New Zealand? That's what happens here. It's like people you know that you don't know and that they know that you don't know, and on and on. And all of a sudden you have this, incredible organization all over the world, which makes it a lot of fun. Really does open your mind to unlimited possibilities and ways of thinking. We have free shipping now. This is beautiful. That just launched in January, which shows a lot for what LifeVantage is doing. And then in January, our CEO was asked to ring the closing bell on Wall Street. Can you believe that, during Wellness Week? So here we were up in the lights and flipping the switch and just really, I could look at that slide all day long. And then we are also the official sponsors for Real Salt Lake Major League Soccer team, which says a lot for us, and their athletes are on all of our products. So here's, we are open in these markets all over the world. We're continually growing. This company is going to grow with or without any one of us here. We give back to the world. We have charities all over the world that LifeVantage can contribute to. Whenever we go traveling on our incentive trips and elite retreats, we always do some kind of community service. This is in Rocky Point, Mexico. This is actually something that LifeVantage does every December, and people in LifeVantage are able, and their friends, to come and help build homes for families living basically in cardboard boxes. And I have to tell you, my family, we have done this 2 years in a row, my kids, my husband, and this is life-changing to be a part of and to provide meals for over 250 families. because you know what, it's not, you can make all the money in the world that you want to make. And if you do not have your health, and if you are not contributing to the world in some way, you know, what's really the point, right? However, this has opened my eyes to be able to give back, which is beautiful. And for thousands of other distributors in LifeVantage as well. So whether you're hearing about this today or you heard about it many years ago, you know, take a look at this, because we need to expand our financial portfolio. And here in LifeVantage, that third column, the middle rank, average monthly commissions on a Pro 3, that's like about 5,000 organizational points coming through your business. That may not mean one thing to you right now. Don't worry about it. We get back to the person that invited you, but it means you have a couple people in your organization that you've shared it with, and they're excited and they want to start building. So you can make over $600 a month residually that you get on the 15th of each month, like leverage, I should say the word leveraged income, so that you're getting paid for that while you're sleeping. And that $600 could be significant to someone. A Pro 5 is over 20,000 organizational volume points coming through your business every single month. And that paycheck is where Isa is in her business. It's over $3,000 of leveraged income. Now, come on, that is good income. She would have to have saved, I forget, oh, I need to find that formula. But I think it was like 70 years she would have had to put away $1,000 a month and to earn that kind of income. And she's been able to do it in 2 years. So this is the power of network marketing. I am an Elite Pro 8 in LifeVantage. This is the Pro 7 monthly average, over 13,000. That's over 100,000 organizational volume points coming through your business. A Pro 8 is over 200,000. Now you're basically making about 10% of what your monthly organizational volume is. So this is life-changing money. This is legacy money. This is money that's willable and sellable, that, you know, we are providing an asset for our children. This used to be the plan B. It is now the plan A. And you don't know, excuse me, what's going to be happening in the world right now. But I do know that people care about their health. And I do know that we have the best products in the world to optimize our health and optimize our immune system. And for me, there's no way I'll ever stop doing this, that I'll ever stop sharing the good word of health. So the question that, if you're looking at this, can you do this? Yes, you can. We have a PowerPoint. You just have to learn it a few times. You just have to get on a few Zooms and just plug in and be coachable. We have a system for success. 24/7, I'm telling you, 24 hour, 7 days a week. There's somebody there that's going to help you. We just have so much fun to help people launch their business, learn this business, and then become leaders. I never thought of myself as a leader, to be honest with you. I've always worked for people. I was always told what to do. We don't tell people what to do here. We're a volunteer army. You don't have a boss. You are the boss of your own life and your business. And that's what I love about this, is because we've become the CEO of our own life. And that's a really awesome place to be, because when I grew up in Kentucky and Lexington, the youngest of 5 kids, my parents argued all the time about what we didn't have. And, you know, you start learning life skills about finances at a very young age. And it has taken me a lifetime. Actually, it's just taken me to LifeVantage time 8 years ago to be able to start shifting that thinking, that I was thinking limitedly. And I don't think that way anymore. I think limitless. There's no cap on what you can earn in here. And it's not about the money. It's about the person you become when you do this business, when you see this and you understand what we have our hands on. We have a movement. We have a mission to help people optimize their health instead of being part of a sickness society where here's your prescription. We're trying to get to the root cause of why people age and get issues in their tissues. So for me, why would I stop? Why would I stop doing that? And if you're not doing backflips over where you want to be financially in a few short years, take a serious look at this. Get your questions answered. If you need more information, honor the person that invited you to this. This is a serious business. honor them and let them know where you're at. If you're not interested, that's okay. We don't care, because not everybody needs to do the business. But if you see this, let's get you the information so we can run together and play together and travel the world together and get healthier together and help other people get healthier as well. And then if you want to become a customer, I am so blessed that you want to be a customer, because 90% of our company is customer based. We are a customer based driven opportunity company. And if you're ready to join the team, as I mentioned, let's do it. Why wait another day? Why wait another second? Right now, you can get involved in our company for free with that distributor kit. And then if you qualify for commissions, that we can talk to you about how you do that. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight and just taking time to be a part of this. I love what we do. I hope you do. And I hope you're ready to get started. So I'm stopping the recording.